Good morning everybody and welcome to my first instructional video on V60 filter coffee. My name is Jono, I'm from Capitalist Roastery, part of the Sprociety movement, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so I've got everything ready to go here. I've got a spare vessel, got my coffee, got the V60 itself, the scales, my ground coffee, and my filters and my spoon. So the first thing to do is to grab your filter and we just want to fold at that crease there. Then open it up and put it in. So now we grab our kettle, which is at 93 degrees and stable. So now we're going to pre-wet the filter, rinse the filter and preheat our vessels. Any filter that's white will be bleached, so you do need to rinse it before using it. I'm going to put the kettle back. And I'm going to tip this water that's preheated my vessel into our spare vessel. Right. Now, 20 grams of ground coffee. Right. Today we're using a Colombian mocha, which is just delicious. It's filter roasted and it's ground coarse to be coarser than sand is the basic rule of thumb. Numbers will be different on each grinder, but generally you want the particles to be larger than sand. So with our scales tared, our coffee goes in. Make sure this is nice and straight. 20 grams is what we want. And there we go. So I'm just going to take this and flatten it out. Tear off the scales and we're ready to brew. Okay, so I'm going to start my timer. I've got my kettle and we're going to go up to 50 grams. This is our bloom, where we wake up the coffee and start the extraction. So 50 grams, and we're going to leave that until 30 seconds. All right, that's our bloom time. And here we go. So we're going to pour nice and slowly all the way up to 110. As you can see, I'm doing circular motions, going to the edges as well, all the way up to 110 grams. Now comes our first agitation. So we grab our spoon and we get in 6 times, 8 times, nice and deep. Put the spoon down and we start pouring again straight away. Again, straight away on the circular motions. Get the edges there. This pour goes up to 210. There we go. Now we're going to wait until 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's always a good sign when you see the crema on the top. You want to retain that crema at the top because we don't want it to come down into the brewed coffee. There we go, 1 minute 30. So this last pour goes all the way up to 300. One more pass around the edges. Up to 300 grams. There we go. Now our last agitation, just on the surface. Swirl around in the same direction as the V60 vessel itself. Just a few times, and there we go. Ideal time is 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but near enough is good enough because it will change depending on the grind and the bean you are using. But anywhere close to the 3 minute mark with this bean is going to be a great coffee. The last thing we're going to look for is a nice flat surface of grounds as it's finishing up here. And look, it's not totally flat, but it's not bad. Still passable. And there we go. Now that that's dry on the top, I'm going to take that out and just put that in my spare vessel. If you've got a bin in your cafe, put it in there. That's fine too. And here we go. beautiful filter coffee ready to drink. Thanks everyone for watching. My name is Jono from Capitalist Roastery, part of the Sprociety movement. I developed this recipe with Nathan from Alt Tea Specialty Coffee because we found it really works with a variety of different coffees, roast levels and grinds. So hopefully with a bit of practice, you could be making great filter coffee at home. Thanks again.